More damaging evidence in the alleged forced conversion racket. A video has now emerged of the arrested accused in this case, Mohammad Umar Gautam, where he's seen and heard boasting about converting Hindus to Islam. The probe by the Uttar Pradesh police meanwhile reveals that Umar Gautam's organization, the Islamic Dawa Center, has links with a Qatar-based associate of the controversial Islamic preacher Zakir Naik and had cells in multiple states including Haryana, Rajasthan and Punjab. Our crime bureau gets you our top story.
कितने ममालिक से लोग आकर के उन्होंने वहां से अपना लीगल असिस्टेंस भी लिया, उनकी मैरिजेस के भी मामलात हुए, कोर्ट मैरिज के भी मामलात हुए और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये एक सिलसिला चल रहा है कि ये काम हम सब का मिला जुला काम है.
Damning video evidence of a conversion racket busted by the Uttar Pradesh anti-terror squad. This is one of the arrested accused in the case, Mohammad Umar Gautam, who admits to the conversion ring in an old video.
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इस सेंटर में 1000 से ज्यादा लोगों के लीगल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन की फॉर्मेलिटीज पूरी की गई हैं. हमारे यहाँ इस्लामिक दावा सेंटर में पोलैंड से, पुर्तगाल से, जर्मनी से, सिंगापुर से, अमेरिका से, इंग्लैंड से कितने ममालिक से लोग आकर के उन्होंने वहां से अपना लीगल असिस्टेंस भी लिया, उनकी मैरिजेस के भी मामलात हुए, कोर्ट मैरिज के भी मामलात हुए और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये एक सिलसिला चल रहा है कि ये काम हम सब का मिला जुला काम है. जैसा कि हज़रत मौलाना ने फरमाया, ये तमाम उम्मत मुस्लिमा का ये यूनानिमस यूनाइटेड एफर्ट है जिसको सबको मिलकर करना है.
On Monday, Umar Gautam and his associate Mufti Qazi Jahangir Kazmi were arrested by the UP ATS from Delhi's Jamia Nagar, and the two are presently in police custody. The role of an employee of the Ministry of Women and Child Development is also under the scanner. He's believed to have helped the Islamic Dawa Center or IDC spot youth with hearing and speech disabilities and women who could be potentially targeted for conversion. This racket bust has blown the lid of a much larger conversion conspiracy. The Dawa Center is suspected to have received foreign funds from NGOs based in the US, Qatar, Kuwait, among other nations. The funds were allegedly diverted to the center through several India-based FCRA-registered NGOs. Sources also say that the Dawa Center had links with Islamic Online University founded by a Qatar-based associate of Zakir Naik, Dr. Bilal Phillips. It is learned that arrested accused Umar Gautam also has close links with Global Peace Center, which is deeply involved in conversion activities, especially in Haryana's Mewat area. While the Yogi government has ordered slapping of National Security Act against those involved, opposition Congress accuses the state government of sleeping over cases of religious conversions.
संविधान, समाज और सरकार दोनों इस जबरदस्ती धर्म परिवर्तन के धंधे के खिलाफ है और जो भी इसमें शामिल है, जहां से भी सुपारी लेकर के ये काम हो रहा है, वो बचेंगे नहीं. ये बात समझ लेना चाहिए.
अंधेरे में रखकर गुमराह करके धर्म परिवर्तन जायज नहीं है. कानून साफ है और अगर किसी ने ऐसा किया तो उसके खिलाफ कानून के अनुसार कठोरतम कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए. और कठोरतम कार्रवाई तो उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार के खिलाफ भी होना चाहिए. जो बैठ के सोती रही, कानून का उल्लंघन होते रहा, धर्मांतरण होता रहा, उन पर तो ऐसे लगे. पर जो मौजूदा सरकार है उत्तर प्रदेश की, ये अपने लिए क्या सजा की तजवीज करती, ये भी बता दे नैतिकता के आधार पे. दोषी तो ये भी हैं.
Over 60 Dawa institutions across the country are now under the watch of intelligence agencies, and officials suspect that the UP conversion racket is just the tip of iceberg. Munish Pandey in Delhi for India Today.
Controversial Islamic preacher Dr. Zakir Naik's name is also under the scanner in this Uttar Pradesh forced conversion investigations. He was accused of being preacher of hate. He made headlines after the Dhaka terror attack, where Bangladesh police say his speeches radicalized the Dhaka terrorists. The government, of course, has been trying to have him extradited from Malaysia to face the law.
I am Zakir Naik.
Controversial Islamic preacher Zakir Naik is under the scanner in the Uttar Pradesh forced conversion investigations. Top sources in Uttar Pradesh police say Naik's name cropped up repeatedly during investigation of radicalization and conversion of the weak and vulnerable hearing and speech impaired youth to Islam. The anti-terror squad of the UP police is also probing the link of the two Muslim clerics who ran the Islamic Dawa Council in Delhi's Jamia Nagar area with a Qatar-based Salafi preacher and his links with Zakir Naik. Police maintain money to lure the weak and the vulnerable and convert them to Islam came through some non-government organizations that are being investigated.
हमारे पास इसके पुख्ता रिकॉर्ड हैं कि ये जो कन्वर्शन है
जी
ये ल्योर करके कराया गया है, पैसे के लिए कराया गया है, नौकरी के लिए कराया गया है, शादियों के लिए कराया गया है और ऐसे वल्नरेबल सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी को टच करके कराया गया है जिनको इन चीजों की अत्यंत आवश्यकता है और नॉर्मल तरीके से वो सोसाइटी में चीजें नहीं हो सकती। ये भी हो सकता है कि जिस तरह से चीजें हमारे पास एविडेंसेस कलेक्ट हो रहे हैं, ऐसा लगता है कि ये रैकेट और भी बड़ा हो।
This is not the first time that Zakir Naik's name has cropped up in investigations. His name had cropped up after the Dhaka terror attack. Both the accused in the Gulshan enclave terror strike in Dhaka, Rohan Imtiaz and Nibran Islam, had reportedly been radicalized hearing speeches of the radical Islamic preacher Zakir Naik, according to investigations in Bangladesh. Zakir Naik's name also cropped up after a series of raids and arrests of highly radicalized young Muslim youth wanting to fight for the Islamic State or Daesh. The Enforcement Directorate probed the money trail and in its charge sheet said inflammatory speeches and lectures have influenced and incited a number of youth in India to commit unlawful activities and terrorist acts. The charge sheet also reads, his thoughts created disharmony amongst various faiths and created hatred amongst people following different faiths. Zakir Naik has, however, denied charges of inciting youth to carry out terror attacks.
Yes, he was my fan. And there are millions of fans of mine throughout the world. And particularly in Bangladesh, Alhamdulillah, more than 90% know me and more than 50% are my fans. So he may have been my fan, but to say that I inspired him to kill innocent human beings is devilish.
He is currently in Malaysia and India has been trying to have the controversial Islamic preacher extradited to face the law here. Bureau Report, India Today. The Uttar Pradesh police are very clear that the tentacles of this forced conversion racket are spread across multiple states, including the Northeast. Now, joining me on India First is Ghanshyam Tiwari of the Samajwadi Party. Gopal Krishna Agrawal represents the Bharatiya Janata Party. I have Atikur Rahman, a well-respected Islamic scholar, and Dr. Vikram Singh, former Director General of the Uttar Pradesh Police. But before I come to my guests, I quickly want to cut across to Lucknow, where Mohsin Raza, Minister in the Yogi Adityanath government for Minority, Waqf and Hajj, joins me on the broadcast. Mohsin Raza साहब, ये जो विवादित इस्लामिक प्रचारक है जाकिर नाइक, इनका नाम जांच में उभर कर आ रहा है। आप हमें उनकी भूमिका के बारे में और क्या बता सकते हैं?
देखिए गौरव, जो सवाल आपने पूछा इसको लेकर, जाकिर नाइक को लेकर, तो ये तो कांग्रेस और उनके समर्थित दलों का पाला हुआ कहीं ना कहीं प्यादा था और इसी को पाल पोस कर उन्होंने बड़ा किया था और उससे निकले हुए ये रूट हैं जो आज धर्म परिवर्तन की बातें आ रही हैं, धर्मांतरण कराते हुए लोग मिल रहे हैं, ये इनके कनेक्शन सीधे उसी से जुड़ते हैं। क्योंकि उसके इस प्रोग्रामों में जहां पर वो धर्मांतरण कराता था वहां ये सारे कांग्रेस के नेता जाते थे, उसका मन साझा करते थे, उसको महिमा मंडित करते थे। कितनी पिक्चरें दिखाएं, आपके पास तमाम विजुअल भी होंगे। तो ये तो सवाल कांग्रेस से पूछिए। और कनेक्शन क्यों नहीं था? क्योंकि वो इन्हीं के संरक्षण में पल रहा था, धर्मांतरण करा रहा था और ये उसी से निकले हुए उसके जो और रूट हैं, ये उसके रूट्स का काम यहां हो रहा था उत्तर प्रदेश में। क्योंकि यहां आदरणीय योगी जी की सरकार है, यहां ये सब नहीं चल पाएगा।
लेकिन चाहे वो कांग्रेस पार्टी हो, आपने प्रमोद तिवारी की बात सुनी, या समाजवादी पार्टी हो, विपक्ष आरोप लगा रहा है कि ये जो कथित जबरन धर्मांतरण उत्तर प्रदेश में हो रहा है, ये तो बरसों से हो रहा है। पहले भी जाकिर नाइक की भूमिका शक के घेरे में थी, लेकिन कार्रवाई पहले क्यों नहीं हुई?
देखिए गौरव, साफ सी बात है कि विपक्ष ऐसे लोगों को पहले बढ़ावा देता है, इसीलिए ये धर्मांतरण के कानून के खिलाफ खड़े हो रहे हैं कि धर्मांतरण का कानून न लाया जाए। क्योंकि यही लोग हैं जो पहले इनसे धर्म परिवर्तन कराकर लोगों को बढ़ाते हैं, तादाद जब बढ़ जाती है, यही लोग कांग्रेस, सपा और आम आदमी पार्टी या ममता जी के लिए मंच पर खड़े होकर मुल्ला मौलाना वोट मांगने जाते हैं। तो ऐसे ही लोग दिखाई देते हैं उनके मंच पर, और इनसे वो अपनी पूरी राजनीतिक रोटियां सेकते हैं। तो पूरा राजनीतिक लाभ कौन लेता है? तो इसलिए उनको तो दुख होगा। हम देशहित के लिए, जनहित के लिए कानून लाते हैं, लिहाजा हम ऐसे लोगों के साथ कभी नहीं खड़े दिखाई देंगे।
लेकिन विपक्ष का आरोप है कि अगर यह कार्रवाई पहले भी हो रही थी तो चुनाव से ठीक पहले पैसे और भय के बल पर धर्मांतरण पर जांच का मुद्दा अभी आपकी सरकार क्यों उठा रही है? क्या उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार चुनाव को सांप्रदायिक रंग देने का प्रयास कर रही है? ऐसा विपक्ष का आरोप है।
गौरव, देखिए, अब हिंदुस्तान में किसी तरह का जिहाद या गलत तरीके से धर्मांतरण नहीं चलेगा। और ये जो विपक्ष आरोप लगा रहा है कि हम एक विशेष समुदाय, खासकर मुस्लिम समुदाय को टारगेट कर रहे हैं, तो टारगेट तो बहुसंख्यकों को किया गया। इनसे पूछिए कि ये भगवा आतंकवाद कौन है, किसने कहा था? भगवा आतंकवाद का नाम किसने दिया? कांग्रेस ने। आतंकियों को महिमा मंडित कौन करता दिखाई दिया? कांग्रेस। और आप एक तरफ कहते हैं कि ये कानून न लाया जाए, ये कानून जो लाया जा रहा है एक विशेष समुदाय को टारगेट किया जा रहा है। और अगर आप अदालत खुलवाते हैं 3 बजे रात में आतंकियों के लिए, तो दूसरी तरफ आप हमारे साधु संतों पर मुकदमे लिखाते हैं आतंक में, आतंकी डिक्लेयर करने के लिए। तो आप पहले अपने गरेबान में झांकिए। और आप क्या करते हैं? आप तो देश के बहुसंख्यकों को टारगेट कर रहे हैं इसकी आड़ में, और अपनी दुकान चलाना चाहते हैं एक विशेष जाति या एक समुदाय को दिखाकर। तो ये तो आपका चरित्र हो सकता है। हम तो देशहित में कानून लाते हैं, और हम फिर कह रहे हैं कि ये कानून आएगा और कड़ाई के साथ में हम पालन भी करेंगे। और जो लोग इसमें शामिल होंगे, जिनके तार जुड़े दिखाई देंगे, वो भी बिहाइंड द बार होंगे।
लेकिन आप ही की सरकार है, तो चाहे वो कथित लव जिहाद की बात हो या जो अब जिसे कहा जा रहा है धर्मांतरण जिहाद, क्या ये एक सोची समझी रणनीति के तहत हो रहा है कि एक धर्म विशेष को मानने वाले जो लोग हैं वो दबाव में रहे, उन पर दबाव बना रहे?
देखिए गौरव, देश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के आदरणीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व की सरकार है। यहां पर किसी तरह का कोई जिहाद नहीं चलेगा, और ना ही यहां पर गलत तरीके से धर्मांतरण कराने दिया जाएगा किसी को। और जो लोग आतंकियों को महिमा मंडित करते हैं, जो समुदाय विशेष की राजनीति करते हैं, वो है कांग्रेस, वो है समाजवादी पार्टी, वो है आम आदमी पार्टी, और या ममता जी हैं। आप देखें कि आतंकवादियों के लिए 3 बजे अदालत कौन खुलवा रहा है बैठकर
जी?
आतंकवादियों को रिहाई दिलाने के लिए 3 बजे अदालत खुलवाती है कांग्रेस या आम आदमी पार्टी के वकील जाकर खुलवाते हैं। और या अगर आप देखें तो आतंकवादियों पर आंसू बहाता कौन मिलता है? वो राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्षा मिलती है कांग्रेस की। और अगर आप देखें कि इनोसेंट कौन कहता है उत्तर प्रदेश में, वो अखिलेश यादव जी कहते हैं, या उनकी सरकार में कहा जाता है कि आतंकवादी जो है या इनोसेंट हैं, इनको छोड़ देना चाहिए जेलों में जो बंद हैं। तो इस तरह की सोच, और फिर यही इन्हीं लोगों को जब ये बाहर निकल कर आते हैं, बड़ी बड़ी दाढ़ियां रखकर धार्मिक दिखाई देते हैं, तो इनको मंचों पर ले जाया जाता है, महिमा मंडित किया जाता है। यही वोट मांगते हैं, यही एक समुदाय के नौजवानों के लिए आइडियल बनते हैं, फिर वो आगे गलत रास्ते चुनने लगते हैं। तो कम से कम इस बात के लिए सोचना चाहिए कि गलत चीज के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी कभी भी कोई काम नहीं करने देगी देश के अंदर। ये मानकर चलिए, हम गलत बात के समर्थक नहीं है, और गलत बात के समर्थक अगर कोई है तो वो विपक्ष है।
ठीक, लेकिन अगर पुलिस ये कह रही है कि ये जो धर्मांतरण की साजिश है ये केवल उत्तर प्रदेश तक सीमित नहीं है, राजस्थान, पंजाब, हरियाणा, महाराष्ट्र, उत्तर पूर्व के कुछ राज्य, कहा यह जा रहा है कि ये जो इस्लामिक दावा सेंटर है ये कई जगह इसी तरह की गतिविधियों में लिप्त है। अगर ये सच है तो क्या एनआईए की जांच इस पूरे प्रकरण पे होनी चाहिए, और क्या उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस केंद्र के साथ मिलकर या केंद्र की सहायता मांग रही है इस जांच को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए?
गौरव, देखिए, इसमें हमारी एजेंसियां बड़ी मुस्तैदी से काम कर रही हैं। ये हमारी जो सुरक्षा एजेंसियां हैं, ये उन्होंने ही खुलासा किया है, क्योंकि पिछली सरकारों में तो उनके हाथ बंधे रहते थे, वो नहीं कर पाती थी स्वतंत्रता से उनको काम करने की आजादी नहीं थी। आज कम से कम उनको एक आजादी है कि वो अपना काम बाखूबी अंजाम दे रही हैं। तभी इतने बड़े रैकेट को पकड़ के हम देश के सामने ला रहे हैं कि धर्मांतरण जैसा जो काम कांग्रेस के समय में हुआ करता था, उसके रूट कहां तक हैं, हम वहां से रूट ही नोचने का काम कर रहे हैं, हम वो ग्रास रूट से ही काटे दे रहे हैं। तो इसलिए देश की एजेंसियां और राज्यों की एजेंसियां मिलकर ऐसे सारी चीजों को खत्म भी करेंगी, और जो लोग इसमें शामिल हैं उनका पर्दाफाश करके हम उनको जेल में भी डालने का काम करेंगे।
मोहसिन रजा साहब, आप मेरे साथ जुड़े इंडिया फर्स्ट पर बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. So that's the minister in Yogi Adityanath's government who says the guilty will not be spared. Conversion jihad will not be permitted in Uttar Pradesh. He's also blamed both the Congress and the Samajwadi Party for turning a blind eye to forced conversion of the weak and the vulnerable. Let me now throw this open to our guests. And Atikur Rahman, if I may, money and fear used to lure hearing and speech impaired people and convert them to Islam. Poor women forcibly converted. This clearly cannot be accepted, and the law must be permitted to take its own course, sir.
Gaurav, see, there is a similarity between the UP anti-conversion law and the Quran. The UP anti-conversion law says that there shouldn't be any forceful conversions.
Okay.
The same thing I will point out in the Quran, Surah 10 verse 99, Gaurav. Had your Lord so wished, all people everywhere would have been believers. But that is not his way. Hence, do not force anyone. Do not force anyone.
So you will have no problem, sir.
Unless they do so willingly.
So you will have no problem if these accused, are put behind bars. You will have no problems with it. Because there are victims who are saying it was coerced.
100%,
They were coerced.
With immediate effect. With immediate effect. Because this is unlawful. Before the Quran also and before the state law also. So where is the question of being, permitting them? They
Fair
should
enough.
be behind bars.
Fair
now
enough.
the political elements in this,
Okay.
you can understand, Gaurav, how the mileage have been drawn with the political elements there.
Okay, let me take this to Gopal Krishna Agrawal. The timing of the arrest and the raids, the opposition says is very curious. Is the government trying to draw political mileage out of this? Because the opposition says this has continued for years. It's just before elections that the BJP government has taken action against what is being called a conversion jihad, Gopal Krishna Agrawal.
Gaurav, one thing we have to be very clear. First thing first, if the opposition now supporting the action against the conversion ecosystem that is now in place and working, first, they are also not saying it in clear terms. They are still saying that there is an agenda-driven this action. First thing is, if they are talking about the delay, we will answer them. But the first thing, opposition, particularly Samajwadi Party and Congress, and other fanatics should accept that this is a good action, this is a well-defined action, and this kind of forced conversion should be stopped, and the UP law is very good and it should be implemented, one thing. Second important part after that, Gaurav, is the delay part. Why? We also said, that Mohsin Raza also said, and we all know that there was a clear-cut ecosystem and lack of willpower in the government of earlier times, which were supporting these kinds of activity. We know Digvijay Singh was hand in glove with Zakir Naik.
Sir, if he was and if it is illegal, your government has been power for long enough to have taken action if it is illegal. But Ghanshyam Tiwari, the BJP accuses the opposition of pandering.
Gaurav,
the BJP...
Just 10 more seconds. Just Gaurav.
Okay,
Gaurav, just give me some 10 seconds more.
Go on,
the thing is, we need a law. We live in a democratic system. We need proper investigation. We need proper laws. So over the years, when our government has come in Uttar Pradesh for 4 years, Yogi ji has brought in strong laws, investigation agencies, given them free hand. Because earlier, these agencies were also manipulated by the political willpower.
Ghanshyam Tiwari respond, the BJP accuses the opposition of pandering to what it calls as a Muslim vote bank and turning a blind eye to forced conversions in the past. Here you have an accused on camera boasting about conversion, and the opposition says this is politics being played, sir.
Well, good evening, Gaurav. 22 minutes into the debate, I get the first voice of opposition, so let the opposition say what it is saying. I'll make 3 quick points hopefully without an interruption. One, next year we celebrate 75 years of our independence. I was hearing a minister in Uttar Pradesh, and the kind of arguments he was giving, I believe those were the kind of arguments that were given to Godse by somebody to brainwash him to assassinate Mahatma Gandhi. I think those arguments are not lost on us. Second point is that in February, the parliament was told by this very government that there is no nationwide anti-conversion law planned. The center told in the parliament, which means the center has never seen a risk. It said the state has to do it. Just today, Allahabad High Court has issued a notice on plea challenging the Uttar Pradesh Love Jihad Act. Point 3. Point 4, Siddiqui Kappan, a journalist. It's interesting and scary that politicians have to speak up for journalists, but that is the situation in Uttar Pradesh. Has been behind bars. His mother has passed away. Nothing has been proven. And the state is so draconian, so terrorizing, that he has not been given any empathy. Point 5, Adityanath did not climb the ladders of politics by preaching harmony. I challenge you, invite you to show one bite, just one bite. Allow me final point. Let us not interrupt.
Okay. Let him complete, since he said the opposition voice is coming in too late. You may not have heard it. You may not have heard it unless you do not consider Congress as opposition or a powerful voice. Because they did speak in a broadcast. But fair enough. Complete your point, sir.
Adityanath did not climb the ladders of politics preaching harmony. He did not have cases of preaching harmony against him. He had more cases against him, charges against him when he became chief minister than what you and I together have mark sheets with us. Okay. So when you cannot find a single statement of harmony from Adityanath. Here is a state that makes terrorizing people its draconian policy.
Now you are repeating yourself.
My final point.
But Ghanshyam Tiwari, the point remains, you haven't answered the very specific question that I asked you. आप जो सोच कर आए थे आपको बोलना है irrespective क्या सवाल होगा आपने वो 5 पॉइंट बोल दिए but I asked you a very specific question. It is the Samajwadi Party that's being accused of vote bank politics and Muslim appeasement, and here is a Maulana on camera who's boasting about conversion, and yet do you see politics in that? And you are not responding to a very direct question.
I was watching the clock. I have spoken for 110 seconds. Allow me one final sentence.
I will permit you 2 more sentences once you've answered my direct question.
Sure. My final sentence before coming to your answer.
No, sir. You will first answer me on facts on the question I've put to you.
Trust me, I
will trust you, sir. But my request is answer the question I've posed to you. Samajwadi Party is accused of Muslim appeasement. How do you respond? Because here is a Maulana who's on camera boasting about conversion.
You are repeating yourself for the 5th time, Gaurav.
I am, because you're not answering my question. I will go to Dr. Vikram Singh unless I am sorry. I am sorry. You will answer the question I've posed to you.
I'm answering it. My point is very simple. We do not trust a state that did not see more than lakhs of people die.
Okay.
The news is nearly 50 times people died.
I am sorry, sir. I will ask you a question. I am sorry. I will ask you a question, and you will answer my question. You will answer my question that I've posed to you, sir. That is my request to you. No, you are not. You are not.
My answer is
sir, brevity has to be your forte. But if it isn't, Vikram Singh, does Umar Gautam's boast on camera about converting Hindus to Islam? Dr. Vikram Singh, my question is very specific. Does Umar Gautam's boast on camera about converting Hindus to Islam, which the police claims is by force, constitute evidence for legal action against him?
Gauravji, good evening. A specific answer warrants a specific and precise answer. And the answer is yes with a capital Y, that yes, it is almost an extrajudicial confession. He invokes the Almighty Allah and says, Alhamdulillah, in fact, he is possessed by Satan, Shaitan. And people who go out of their way and address him as Umar Sahab, he is Umar accused. He is a mujrim. He is an accused, and therefore he should be addressed as accused Umar and not as Umar Sahab. 1. And then I would congratulate the UP police and the ATS for getting into the nefarious designs of this organized gang of criminals who had absolute anti-national agenda with international ramifications and fundings. To that extent, Zakir Naik, yes, we have politicians with frozen mindsets. We have those who would run the extra mile on the way to policy of appeasement. That is not my subject. But Gaurav ji, it is in national interest to get to the jugulars of all these accused, subject them to narco analysis, lie detector test, identify all those. I'm given to understand that there are those some in the Lok Sabha and in the bureaucracy who are complicit with them. They need to be named and shamed. I wish you had brought their names. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, day after, they will be named and shamed. And everyone, whether in the IAS or the IPS or politics, wherever, he has to be brought out and exposed. Nation should have zero tolerance on these Shylocks and those who are preparing the fifth columnist in times to come and sleeper cells.
Okay.
My take is that yes, we should come down like a ton of bricks on them, and there is no element of compassion for them.
Sir, the fact remains, naming and shaming, you're absolutely right, but legal action taken to its logical conclusion is far more effective and perhaps a deterrence. And I yield to your knowledge and experience in this, but Atikur Rahman, once again, this controversial Islamic preacher, Zakir Naik's name has cropped up. That preacher allegedly of hate, who incidentally even police in Bangladesh have accused of radicalizing young Muslim boys to become armed terrorists. And so did police in multiple states in India. And yet, some stoutly defend him just because they may pursue or follow the same religion.
Gaurav, I may be wrong. My research shows that this is a collateral damage by the UP police also, with due respect to Vikram Singh ji, and the UP government also. You know, if you cry wolf many times, people lose faith in you. And you are an administrator. You are bound to create some kind of a faith in the people, wherein every time you cannot cry wolf. You know,
Bangladesh police is also
when you said that Zakir Naik was into forceful conversion.
Bangladesh police accused him. Bangladesh was a terror attack in Dhaka. Sir, my questions are very specific. My questions are very specific.
The other day, the second day of the blast, the Star newspaper, they refused that they have named Zakir Naik in
No, that is not true, sir. That is not true, sir. I am sorry, Zakir Naik remains a person of interest. Zakir Naik remains a person of interest. There is an enforcement directorate charge sheet against him. Are you giving cover fire to a controversial Islamic preacher like Zakir Naik?
The charges. Terrorism charges have been dropped.
Are you defending Zakir Naik?
Gaurav, only financial irregularities charges remain.
Radicalization, Gaurav, is a charge against Zakir Naik. The Bangladesh government itself has said that Zakir Naik has led to radicalization
Your NIA
of Muslims.
has diluted the terrorism charges. May I ask you why?
So what do you mean by that?
May I ask you why
what
they have diluted the charges of
you
terrorism?
Are saying
Since
that
day one we were
Zakir Naik
saying
is a holy,
that Zakir Naik cannot be punished under the terrorist laws.
So what do you mean to say that Zakir Naik is a holy person?
Mr. Gopal,
he is not radicalizing Islamic youth.
The fundamental rights in the
he is not
Constitution,
radicalizing Islamic
you know, they
youth.
give you the right to propagate and convert people.
Not by force. Mr. Vikram Singh, not by force.
You are not giving even the
ecosystem which is supporting and helping. Gaurav, system that we are calling, which gives cover, political cover and intellectual cover to this subversive activities. This is what opposition parties have been playing with the country. They are working towards the vote bank politics. And they are playing with the
Atikur Rahman, that's a very important point you raised, sir.
It is a nexus of opposition parties.
That's a very important point that Atikur Rahman has raised. No, Gopal Krishna Agarwal, your party is in power. You need to respond to this. If this was on for years, why have you cracked down just 6 months before elections?
No, Gaurav, this is main important point. Still, first we have to decide this action is good by the UP government. If they agree,
Sir,
then the second question...
Immaterial, whether good, bad or ugly.
We have the parliament to discuss these issues.
How it is immaterial, Gaurav? They can talk about the delay. But they cannot. They are refuting the action by the UP police. They are refuting and giving political and intellectual cover to this Islamist fundamentalists who are. They are giving political.
Sir, if they are giving intellectual cover, fire, expose them legally.
They are giving political and intellectual
Ghanshyam Tiwari, the BJP, Ghanshyam Tiwari wants to respond to you. Ghanshyam Tiwari, please respond, sir. BJP says first appreciate their action or criticize it. Okay.
Well, I can
Ghanshyam
only
Tiwari
say
wants to respond.
I can only say to you, Gaurav, and to Gopalji, that BJP has not moved from their agenda of Shamshan and Kabristan that started in 2017. That agenda will continue in 2022. The only plot of a government that let lakhs of people die, falsely said that everybody had oxygen, falsely promised jobs and did not deliver, destroyed the harmony of the country and destroyed the economy. The only plot they have is Hindu-Muslim polarization plot. They will continue to do that. They will keep the country in that frozen mode, which Godse had when he assassinated Gandhi. The country will remain frozen in that mode. But people have moved on. Those who have lost a loved one, they have moved on. They don't want this absolutely rabid Hindu-Muslim communalization. What they want is jobs. What they want is a better economy.
How does that help our country?
They don't want hate
I want to bring in Dr. Vikram Singh once again. I am sorry. You have to talk on facts. Ghanshyam Tiwari, you cannot. I am sorry, sir. Questions have to be answered on facts. But Vikram Singh, is the UP police, if the UP police are to be believed, if the UP police are to be believed, this racket could not be run just by one or two accused currently in custody. This appears to be happening at a much wider scale, sir. And if this is election-oriented, it's a cause for grave concern.
So, Mr. Gaurav Sawant, we have no reason to discount or disbelieve the UP police, much as our political friends may be wanting to for their own agenda. Fact of the matter is that the police have nothing to gain or lose, but accept their total commitment to the Constitution of India and the rule of law. One, the fact of the matter is, you are very right, it is not just a solo operator or a lone wolf who is operating this racket of evil. It is indeed a well-orchestrated, organized crime with international network and ramifications starting from Qatar to ISI of Pakistan and the flow of funds not only from the Middle East but also from other nations. Umar is on record to have said that he has converted people who have visited from Poland, Czechoslovakia and other Western European countries also. In the backdrop of his extrajudicial confession, it is the job of the ATS and the UP police to get to the bottom of this, and that would require the investigation because this crime has national and international ramifications. Therefore, UP police should request the services of the NIA to take up the investigation and lay threadbare all the rudiments and all the aspects of the criminality. And all those who have been willing accessories to this horrible crime, they need to be named and shamed again. Again, Gaurav, one last sentence. Yes. We have misplaced compassion for those accused of being inimical to society. Like Kappan, his father died, just too bad. But the fact is that he also needs to explain his conduct. Then the matter of that woman accused whose relations died, everybody's crying horse, shedding bucket full of tears. What about the 52 people who died during the riots? Any tears for them? None. Because it is political expediency that we are running after, not in what is in national interest and what is relevant for national security.
Fair enough. I will let that be the last word on the show today.
Journalists behind bars. I will let that be the last word on the
show today. My simple prayer is we must keep national interest, India's interests first above vote banks and interests, political interests. A quick break, but there's a big story that's coming.